And if you're sure you can hear me okay, I'll just guide you by talking. And we're going to both close our eyes and take a breath. And just notice the exhale, see how much you can exhale, and then just take another breath. And then exhale again. And this time, if your mouth is not open, see if you can allow your jaw to soften a little bit so your mouth is a little open. You don't have to breathe in through your mouth. You can breathe in through your nose. Of course, you're already breathing. I hope I'm running out of breath. So breathe in and then out, and give yourself a little smile. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Keeping your eyes closed, just notice how just these few breaths have given us both a chance to really tune in and get settled and calm down and be really present. So as you're ready, just slowly open your eyes. You feel better, so thank you.
Yeah.
Is there something you'd like to focus on, or some question, or something you'd like to explore today, mind or body?
Well, I've recently been learning more about shoulder movement because I think mine are problem areas. I know my mom has trouble with her shoulders, my grandmother did, and so if there's anything like that, that could be great. Or neck always is helpful.
Okay. Well, here's my idea. I'm going to kind of show you, and I don't have earbuds or a microphone on, so if it's hard for you to hear me, let me know, and I'll see if I can figure that out maybe next time. I'll try to talk a little louder. I'll kind of show you what my idea is briefly, and we'll kind of run through it, okay? So I think that almost all of us have this idea that we need to have better posture and, hold ourselves up better, especially with the shoulders and the neck. Like, we kind of do this. But if we're driving or at the computer, I'm trying to see how I can like show you better here. If we're driving or at the computer, we tend to either kind of do this number, right? And the chin comes out, right? Or we're like, no, I'm gonna have my head back. So then we're kind of, we just really can't get a good way to be like, just can't like be like this working all the time. Even this, so this is not good either, right?
No.
So I don't have like a magic for fixing that. I think that really feeling your feet and your sits bone and kind of zipping up from there is the best thing. This looks the most comfortable, right? If you're already kind of collapsed in the low back and you go working from here, that's not going to work. So this kind of feeling of like zipping up, that's the most helpful thing while you're working. But what I'm thinking about is however you're working, I think that most of us, as we're concentrating, you just can't I can't anyway, think about my posture all the time while I'm trying to like focus on a spreadsheet or a document or something. So kind of give that up for now. And let's ask the question, what can you do to give yourself a break so you can come back refreshed, right? With like new information in your body and your mind. So I want to start by just completely surrendering to this whole feeling of collapsing to gravity. And I'll show you what that looks like. So I would begin by just like letting your head drop as long as there's no pain. And then really allowing your shoulders to let everything kind of cave in. So you're coming down and really letting your head drop so you're always feeling like choky. So, try that if you'd like. Keep your feet, flat on the floor so we're not doing anything funky with the hips or the legs. So even this, you may notice, gives you a little stretch on the back of your neck. And so if you're doing it, I wanted to invite you to kind of bring your eyes up so you can see what I'm doing. I couldn't figure out a way for you to do this and see this at the same time. So I'll show you relatively quickly here what it looks like, and then we'll let you do it and I'll watch you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. All right. So we're here kind of collapsed and dropped, and I can feel my chin like here, like on between, we got this little knobby place here between the clavicles where there's this little indentation here. It's the opposite of knobby. There's like a little concave here. So there's two knobs here and then concave here. So I'm really bringing my chin there just to notice that no matter how I feel like my neck might be straight, one way to gauge that is if my chin is where this little concave is, then that's kind of sort of straight, right? So we can start there and then really feel the chin like on this clavicle bone here. So I know it may look a little weird, but you know how I am. This is how I roll. So chin here, kind of follow that bone and see how far you can go. And you can use your eyes too to kind of look while you're going. And then the same thing on the other side. Orient yourself to find that bone. See if you can feel it with your chin. And then look to the other side. And then come back and then slowly bring your head up.
Okay.
All right, so go for it. So you're going to drop your chin, kind of do that whole cave in thing. Yeah, and if anything feels too weird or you don't like it, of course, you don't have to do it. So you find your little concave, yep, and then see how far you can go on that bone. And if you can't go very far, that's okay. Yeah. Beautiful. Take your time. And then see if you can keep contact with that bone and come back. Good. And then the other way. Beautiful. And then come back. Keep contact with the bone. Good. And then slowly bring your head up. All right. How is that?
That felt good. I felt that I was holding some tension, especially right here, which is a good for me to know.
Exactly. So then you like have more information. All right, let me see how we're doing on time here. Pretty good. All right. So this is very simple, but we're going to use that same technique again. I'm going to show you a little more quickly now. I don't want this to be hurried, but I'm just going to show you kind of quickly so that we'll have time for you to do it slowly. All right. So I'm going to do the same thing. Bring my chin, but just watch right now. I'm going to bring my chin to that concave area there and really allow this kind of dropping forward. And I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to notice what's happening. Instead of focusing, this is sort of a mind trick, instead of focusing on my chin on this bone here, I'm going to notice what's happening on the back of my neck as I make the journey back and forth, like back here, which it seems like you're already feeling a little bit anyway. All right. So let me do it quickly. I'll show you what it looks like. Kind of the same thing, but I'm noticing more what's happening on the posterior side instead of focusing my attention on my chin and my clavicle there. All right. So
Okay.
that was interesting for me. All right. So give it a try, but take your time, go a little more slowly. All right.
Okay.
So dropping your chin, allowing that dropping forward, and then you're going to make that journey along the clavicle, but notice what's happening on the back of your neck. Take your time. Oh yeah, interesting. Good. And you can always pause or go even slower if you like. This is your journey. Beautiful. And then slowly come up. Good. So was that different for you or about the same?
It was different because before I feel like I was focusing on like on the top of my shoulder, but I really felt the stretch on either side of my neck that time, which is a good stretch.
Yeah, it's a good stretch. So we're going to finish today by just doing something that seems really familiar, but we're going to add a little twist to it. And I think, let's see if I can move back here so you can see me still. You might lose my face a little bit. That's about right. But make sure you got your elbows in. In fact, let's try it. Not pushing really hard, but just kind of keeping your elbows close to you. This nice little wrap here. It doesn't matter which hand's on top. But then we're going to really try to focus on moving our shoulders. and we kind of do this together like a dance. So come up with just a basic light, bringing it up. And if you are not trying, if you're trying kind of not to move your elbows, it's a smaller movement, but see how slowly you can move your shoulders up and down. And yeah, my right and left are really different. Everyone's is. So, you know, if you're human from planet Earth, then congratulations, you know, you're just like us. Good. Now, one shoulder at a time. See how much you can roll, like a little back and then a little forward. It's always harder for me to go forward. Some people, it's easier for them to go forward. And then the other one, what do we do? A little backstroke. Yeah. Now do something funky with your tongue.
What's that?
You want to do something funky with your tongue. So when so do something. All right. Yeah, let's see. Forward.
Mhm.
And then shake it all out. And congratulate yourself on being a little goofy. And I think that's pretty much what I want to do. I don't want to like go overboard with it. I do want to give you a moment to do what I'm doing now. It's a little organic movement, just sort of seeing how my body wants to move. So you move how your body wants to move. Don't worry about what I'm doing. See what you got. Really kind of turn your eyesight in. So sometimes I can do it with my eyes open, where I can kind of turn that camera of my mind inside. But a lot of times I have to close my eyes to really see and feel inside. So whatever works for you. Yeah, I find that what's most nourishing and rejuvenating is just changing up how we're moving, even if we're sitting, just changing it up. Or even a few seconds or a few minutes makes a lot of difference.
My neck feels looser.
Yes. That's the whole goal is, can you take 5 minutes, 10 minutes and really give yourself this refreshing break? Give me a little feedback on what we've done today, or if there's anything that you'd like to change or something you want to revisit.
I think just revisiting how I'm thinking about how my neck is moving, like you were saying, because initially I'm focusing on those immediate muscles that are right there, but remembering there's a back and a front to them would be a goal. Sometimes I forget.
We all forget. That's why we help each other and have coaches, right? So
Absolutely.
I'd like to finish today the way we began. Maybe tap your feet a little bit on the floor so we don't ignore the feet. I love the feet. A little tappy, tappy, tap. And then find a place of stillness and close your eyes one more time. We're going to take 2 breaths together, all the way in, all the way out. And one more, all the way in, and all the way out. When you're ready, just allow your eyes to open. Thank you, Kerri. Beautiful.
Yes. This is such a good break.
It's a good break. And there goes my timer.
Perfect.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you for taking time out of your day today to do some virtual mindful movement. And I'll check back in with you later and do a follow-up to see how it's working for you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate everything.
Have a great day, Kerri.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.